You can call this wishful thinking if you will, folks, but Donald Trump might be getting close to a tipping point here with regards to doging Elon Musk. That is to say, getting rid of his waste, fraud, and abuse by firing him and kicking him to the curb, quite frankly. And look, I know that sounds insane, but the devastating polling I want to share with you from Fox News viewers of all demographics makes me think it maybe is closer to a reality than we might think. Here's a headline maybe more concerning than even a Tesla protest if you're Elon Musk. Trump has a pending convenient out to dump Musk as billionaire's popularity craters. And like I said, by all means, let me know if you agree or disagree after you see this evidence. But think about it. What is the one thing that Donald Trump cares about more than anything? More than his family, maybe even more than his money itself? It's his ratings, right? And not just his ratings, but the ratings of people around him. And this polling is so damning for Musk that I wouldn't be surprised if Trump has his hand just hovering over the "you're fired" button.
Now, I've also said that Elon Musk would be a problem, not just for Donald Trump, though, but for the Republican Party. And I think that we're seeing this now. And this isn't the first set of polls that have shown that Elon Musk's popularity is going down. But I was looking at Fox News did a poll today of the top 5 administration proposals. None of them are about efficiency when it comes to DOGE.
Yeah.
So even with Fox News.
And in that same Fox poll this week, they asked, how concerned are you that not enough thought and planning has gone into government spending cuts? 65% say they are concerned. Americans don't want bloated government. They actually don't mind cuts. But they don't think that these are being done in a way that is coherent and rational.
This could have been the biggest win for the Trump administration because nobody likes the size of government and government inefficiency. But, Donald Trump's great gift is empathy. He is able to somehow tap in emotionally to his supporters. And Elon Musk has said that empathy is a bug in civilization, and we shouldn't have it. I mean, this is the least empathetic, compassionate, he's not quite a public official, but public person who's been in government that I can remember. And, since I don't support a lot of the policies that he's actually pushing forward, I'm delighted. This is exactly the wrong face of government reform.
And can I just say just quickly, just because Alyssa, you talked about he won't be around long. I just want to remind everybody, as a special government employee, he has 130 days to serve within a calendar year. I've said many times before, I think that after the 130 days, Elon Musk will be gone.
It is a convenient out, right? We know that Trump doesn't care a lot about the niceties of the law. He could just go over it if he wants, but I agree, this is a perfect way for him.
Now, when I heard that was news to my ears as well. And what he is talking about there is the status of special government employees, which is what Elon Musk is. A special government employee, or SGE, is an officer or employee in the executive branch of the federal government who is appointed to perform important but limited services to the government with or without compensation for a period not to exceed 130 days during any period of 365 consecutive days. As the gentleman mentioned there, that probably isn't terribly important given Trump's capacity to work within the law, but it is something to keep in mind, especially for the guy who claims to work so much that he sleeps on the floor of his Tesla factories.
All right, I'm Elon. I don't do anything. I just show up occasionally.
Mar-a-Lago has basically been brimming for the last 2 days, I'm told, with two kinds of people. Those angling for a job and those who are trying to influence Trump into hiring their picks. But one person has loomed over all of that. His name is Elon Musk. Multiple sources tell me tonight that Musk has been seen at Mar-a-Lago nearly every single day since Donald Trump won, dining with him on the patio at times. Today, they were seen on the golf course together. Musk has been in the room when world leaders have called Trump. And tonight we've learned he's also weighing in on staffing decisions, making clear his preference for certain roles even.
I mean, Musk could be pushing his 130-day tenure within the first 100 days. And I have to also agree with what they said there. This is just an incredibly convenient way for Trump to push Elon Musk out as he becomes more and more of a problem. We've seen him do this so many times already. As soon as he falls out of love with a cabinet member or a wife even, right? He is not shy about cutting them loose. And as they went on to point out in the rest of this interview, Musk himself has already kind of pushed Trump into some of these tighter corners than he'd rather be in.
So Musk has also forced Trump into some boxes. He started talking about impeaching the judges, forcing the Chief Justice to put out a statement saying this is not how you disagree with something that happens in the courts. He, this week, reportedly was supposed to get a briefing at the Pentagon Department about China. Trump then had to say that it would be inappropriate for him to do that, and perhaps they scrapped the plans. So there are a lot of ways that Musk is inserting himself in the Trump administration, trying to throw his weight around. And then Trump has to clean up.
Yeah, he's gotten over his skis. And listen, Donald Trump is somebody with main character energy. He does not want someone else who's overstepping him, who's trying to outshine him, who's trying to step into the role that he has. And I worked at the Pentagon in the first Trump administration. The notion that a special government employee, never mind his, defense contracts, would be briefed on war plans to China. These are the most sensitive plans. We have them, but you wouldn't even publicly acknowledge that we have plans in case something were to happen with China. That is ridiculous. And I think how quickly the Trump White House, they called Hegseth in, they pushed back on it, shows that they recognize that was a massive overstep. Whether it took place or not, I don't know, but I will say that Eric Schmidt was on that byline, the most plugged-in Pentagon reporter at the New York Times, who definitely was getting that from somewhere senior.
Yeah.
And I couldn't agree with that more. Not only is Musk proving to be more of a hindrance than an asset, much like he is to his own companies, but Donald Trump is a guy with main character energy. He doesn't like to be overshadowed. He wants the news cycle to be about him. And sure, with Musk, the news cycle is about them very much all the time. But I know for a fact that these jokes about Musk being the real president, the fact that he's richer than Donald Trump, right? I'm sure that plays a role. That eventually is going to get under his skin. And I don't think he's going to want that around. And honestly, that may be the single best thing that could happen in a Donald Trump administration, because I genuinely don't know anymore who is worse than Elon Musk at this point, being in charge of our government and being in charge of Doge. So kicking him to the curb seems like the one thing Donald Trump could do that is unanimously approved by Americans and has only upsides and no downsides. But that is where I will pass the question off to you guys. What do you think? Do you agree with the polling data, with the main character stuff, the more emotional and armchair psychologist analysis of Trump's personality? And do you think that Elon Musk will be let go soon, maybe at the end of those 130 days? Or do you think that this is all wishful thinking on our part? I would love to hear your thoughts down in those comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, then please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the Really American channel for more news like this. We greatly appreciate your support and viewership. And for Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse. I'll see you guys in the next one.